What's up, guys? Happy Homebrew Wednesday! I am balls deep in my reviews so far of the S.J. Pour experiment. Excuse me. I have grass and dust allergies, so I kind of, in the summer and winters, I cough a lot, so my apologies. But I am all the way through. I've done S.J.'s beers, Clement's beer, Firebrew TV's beer, Man Bear Pig's beer. In fact, this is Man Bear Pig's beer right now. I'm just chilling and drinking it. It's about 15 minutes after I cracked the bottle on it. And as you can see, the head kind of dissipated. Spoiler alert, that was my only knock, really, with the beer. But, if you guys have his beer, I would say let it age at least another week. Maybe give it a little bit more time to carbonate. And, man, it's a good beer. My goal is to be the earliest one reviewing everybody's beers, and the reason I say that is I feel like if there's a test dummy out there, especially because a lot of us bottle carb, if there's a test dummy out there that says, hey, you know what, this beer, give it a week, or this beer, give it 2 weeks, I feel that's more fair, because if everybody judges the beers, especially some that were bottle carb, too early, it's not a fair comparison. So my idea is that down the road, my results probably won't matter that much because, excuse me, because I've been grading everything early. So, like, for example, I feel like Firebrew TV's, if his beer sat for another week or two, I think it would taste drastically different than what it is now. I feel like whatever he used to prime it needed to be consumed a little bit more by the yeast. Because if I recall, it's basically about a month old now, and that's at the basically earliest range you could ever drink a beer that's bottle carbed. So that's that. But also, like I was going into in my couple prior videos, I've had a lot of things that have kept me distracted. Weddings, legal stuff, my garden. Another thing was my keezer. So I wanted to go into my keezer setup, tell you guys what I've done, if you have any if you were thinking about doing it. Also, if you have any ideas about what I should change, let me know. But I think my setup is pretty freaking good right now. So check it out. It's pretty money. But if you have any comments, concerns, or you think I should change something, let me know. But check it out. Alright, guys, so here's my keezer setup. Pretty standard. I kind of followed the Northern Brewer setup with doing the collar, here. And, drilling my holes basically that way. As an FYI, I had a lot of this tubing that I got from Northern Brewer. It's horrible. As you can see, I'm not a girl, all right, but it's kind of hard to bend that. I really have to struggle to bend that. I play a lot of guitar, so my hands have a decent amount of strength to it, but to bend this is pretty hard. And the reason why I say that's not good is when you look inside of here, you're going to notice that, there's a lot of tubing. And a lot of this tubing, you have to end up moving around. And if you're working with tubing that's not very flexible, it's a freaking problem. So don't buy that red tubing. It's no good. So basically, here's what I did. Anyone who has a dual regulator will tell you that it makes the CO2 very top heavy. So I basically built this little kind of collar setup. It's basically like an L, as you can see. Also, there's some S.J. Pour beers chilling in here. But if you look underneath here, you can kind of see it. The wood goes out like an L. So basically, the whole setup is, this thing's not going to move very much. It's in there very tight. It ain't going anywhere. I really like that. I got my manifold here. It's pretty money. All this tubing is the 5/16 or whatever. But I tightened this down very nice. I don't have any leaks. As you can see, that pressure hasn't moved a smidge in a couple days, so I'm comfortable with my setup. This back here is an experimental beer, so that's why it's got the party tap on it. Also, I had a problem with leaking out of this keg a while ago. So as you can see right now, it's kind of hard to see, but down there is a 5-gallon bucket in case there was any leak, but we don't really have it. This insulation, this is for like an HVAC setup, heating, air conditioning. It works really great. I have had zero problems with this thing keeping temperature. In fact, if you see, I've got a thermometer here, and then I've got my Johnson controller here. Excuse me, sorry. And they basically stay between 4 and 6 degrees of each other, so that's pretty money. That being said, I'm not going to install fans or anything to circulate the air. I think it's doing just fine on its own. If you look way, way down there, it might be hard to see. It is hard to see, so I apologize. Way down there, I have my, I've got a little glass container, and it's got one of those ice packs, like a gel ones that I've kind of condensed down into kind of like almost like a fist like that. And then right down in the center of that, I put the Johnson controller temperature probe, and it's worked out great. These I all got from Midwest Supplies. It's just their draft setup. It's real cheap. They're about $40 a pop. It was well worth it. And then if you look, I am not a fan of the Oetiker clamps. Let me grab this just to be a little more less shaky. I'm not a fan of the Oetiker clamps. I think they suck. I also don't like the ability that I can't take them on and off in case I need to. So I bought these little screw things in the plumbing aisle at both Home Depot and Lowe's. They're awesome. That's basically the gist. I can fit 6 kegs in here. I've done it before. To me, I really don't see a need to. I think 4 is enough. Also, when I do that, you know, there's basically just a lot of fucking... Sorry, excuse my language. There's just a lot of tubing in here. So I think 4 is kind of the limit. I don't think I'll do much more than that going forward. But, I mean, I could fit 6 if I wanted. But as you can see, it's just chaos. I really need to reorganize the tubing. But as of right now, this was all made by just using some sealant to seal this down. I added this. It really seems to help. And then also putting the temperature probe in the bottom and putting it in gel really makes a big difference. Those temperature probes are not meant to judge, basically to probe the air. Never do that. It doesn't work out very well. And, you know, that being said, look, this thing has been open for a while. And it probably jumped about a degree, that's it. This thing probably runs about twice every hour. It does a really good job. And the funny thing is, this thing is 20 years old at least. I'm pretty sure my dad said it was bought in either 84 or 85. His memory's not the greatest, so, you know, this thing is old as hell. So it's in the 20s, if not more. But these tap handles are all pretty cool. I got them all on eBay. I've never had this beer. It's kind of funny. McMahon's Ale. I just thought it looked cool. Stone IPA. I love their IPAs. And Hop City. Let me just zoom in, because this is bad as shit. Look at that. The name of the beer is called, it's hard to see if you don't understand cursive, but it says Barking Squirrel. And check that out. That's just awesome. Let me move over so you can really get a look at it. I mean, look, that's 3D. I got that thing for probably, I think it was like $30. I would happily pay $30 for that over and over. And then for right now, I'm just using masking tape and putting this on here. But my idea is possibly down the road, I'm going to paint this bad boy with that chalk paint and write on it with that. But this thing's been, it's been one of my big, let me try to get a better grip on this. Sorry, guys. It's been my big to-do list. I'm really psyched that I have it. It's awesome. You know. Oh, and down here, in case you saw, that looks funky, but it's actually star sand. So I've had a couple of ants crawl in there because that door right there, I need to reseal it. But they've crawled in there and died right away. I have yet to see an ant ever attempt to climb. The moment it does, it's a dead man. But yeah, this is my setup. This is what's been taking me, taking a lot of my time. Especially, you know, if my choices were do a Homebrew Wednesday video or finish the Keezer, this kind of came first. And then especially if I spent so much time watching your guys' videos that basically by midnight on Wednesday, my wife would be like, hey, did you post a video? And I'm like, oh no, but I did watch a shizzle load of your guys' videos. So yeah, this is my setup. If anybody has questions, I went pretty detailed into what I did. But if anyone has questions where I got the stuff, how I did it, feel free to post a comment below. But yeah, this is if you guys are gonna do the setup, definitely do a freezer like this. So yep, this is what's been taking. Yeah, so that's basically that's what's been taking up a lot of my time. That's like one of the 4 issues that's been taking up my time, but it was well worth it. If anybody has any questions, again, let me know. But it was pretty easy setup. 100 people have posted videos of how to do it, but I'm more than happy to go into detail and tell you guys, how it was done, what I used, supplies, all that kind of stuff. It was totally simple, totally easy. If you have a saw, actually you don't even need a saw. If you have a screwdriver, you can get that done. That's all you need. Literally a screwdriver. Everything else can be done. Well, screwdriver, screw gun. But yeah, that's it. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, guys. Peace. Check out my SJ Pour reviews. Any questions, hit me up. But that's basically about it. I gotta go. Gotta talk to someone on Skype. So, adios. Peace. Happy Homebrew Wednesday.